Welcome to the Larp Count, where we tally up the victims in all of our favorite horror movies. I'm Jeremy A. Fitz, and today it is very dark out again because I completely forgot I had to film. So that is why it is dark for a second time in a row. Today, we're covering the cult classic from 1988 that was the only horror movie ever written and directed by the Chiodo brothers, who, if you didn't know, are three special effects brothers who have done a lot of iconic stuff throughout the years. Killer Klowns is a must-see for anyone studying for their horror degree. It is pretty much the king of cheesy B movies, and its plot is exactly what you'd want it to be. Evil space clowns invade a small town and kill people by putting them in cotton candy cocoons. And do you have any idea how many people a squad of space clowns can kill? I do, because I made the video. Me. So, here I'll show you. The movie begins with the most bitchin' song ever recorded, the title song by the Dickies. The circus rock anthem plays over endless Chiodo Brothers credits as we check in at Top of the World, a makeout place full of teenagers sucking face until an ice cream truck clown interrupts them with some naughty limericks? I'm too young to know what that is. Driving the truck is the Terenzi brothers, Rich and Paul, a pair of Vanderbilt characters whose entrance involves a lot of obvious line overdubbing. Hard to believe anyone want to be friends with this out-of-sync Vulgarian, who for the most part you'd be right, but they do have that one friend who's true blue, Mike Tobacco, played by our boy Grant Kramer from New Year's Evil. I don't know what I'm talking about because they never reviewed that movie. Mike starts making out with his girlfriend Debbie and his dingy hey-ya. Again, James? But they're still on first base when a ball of yellow light shoots across the sky. Mike must not be a very engaging lover because Deb's way more into skyrock than his tongue magic, and she convinces them that they'd rather go find it instead of continuing to dry hump on his dingy hey-ya. Nearby, farmer Gene Green also saw a space ball, and since he's a well-read man, he surmises it must be Halley's Comet. He arms up with the help of the film's prop master and sets out to build himself a Halley's Comet hot dog stand with his bloodhound Pooh. That's the dog's name. He's not carrying around actual bloodhound Pooh. Never thought he was, but I guess James did. He finds a circus tent in the woods, which only gets him more excited. But as he's looking for the ticket booth, a clown shadow appears and through the hole of the tent, nets himself one Pooh dog. A bandana is all that's left, so Gene Green gets mean and screams at the circus tent.
I'll tear this thing apart with my bare hands!
But he's in for a shock because the circus has a natural defense that knocks him to the ground. The film's first clown steps into frame and they look horrifying. This clown's name is Jumbo, and he pulls out a gun to give us our first kill on the count. Gene Green, more like Gene Pink. That was a good one. Good one, James. Sergeant Kurt Mooney of Crescent Cove PD drags a couple of punks into the station and tells them how he really feels. Yeah, Mooney hates youth culture, probably because all those crazy antics at Faber College. But his deputy Dave Hansen's alright, getting real insubordinate and yelling at Mooney for being such a dick. Over the roads and through the woods, Mike and Deb find the circus tent. All of a sudden, their interest in this little adventure flippy flops. Mike's fucking pumped to go in this place, sounding like a circus I'm not saying that word. And Deb wants to keep it down in there because, come on, Mike, it's pretty fucking weird in there.
Place great or what?
Or what? Place looks like it was decorated by Clowns R Us?
Looks like it was decorated by Clowns R Us.
They open a door that sucks him in and spits him into a giant matte-painted room with huge-ass Tesla coil things in it. Those lightning bolts are evidence enough for Deb to figure out what's going on here. They see a shadow coming down the hallway and run away, and behind door number 2 is a room full of giant pink fuzzy light bulbs. These truck nut-looking things are cotton candy cocoons, and although their presence means there must have been a bunch of victims, it's not going to be feasible enough for me to count them all. Especially when we come back to the room later. It's like the spaceship colony in Jason X. My hands are tied here. They're really not, because I never did Jason X, but... Deb's justifiably freaking out, but Mike's chill as fuck.
I've never seen anything like this before. Have you?
He tries to prove to her that it's just a cotton candy storage facility, but when he rips a cocoon open, it reveals the bloody face of Gene Green and its nasty scene. The door opens and the lovebirds hide from this new clown, Rudy, and they almost escape while Rudy's doing clown business on his popcorn computer. Until Mike sees another cocoon face he recognizes as some dude named Joe Lombardo. Since it's a confirmed invisible kill, I'll put Joe on the list. Mike and Deb flee and Rudy arms himself with a big gun that he used to shoot popcorn at him, which flies through the air and sticks to their clothes when they jump out of the tent. Rudy's joined by Spike, who does some space clown magic and creates the balloon dog that they use to track Mike and Deb. It leads the clowns to Mike's SUV as he and Deb make their getaway. On the way out, we get a close-up of the clown's face when Bimbo jumps onto their windshield. He sets up like Jason X and joins a whole bunch of other clowns as they waddle their dumpy asses towards the sleepy town of Crescent Crow. I'm not doing this with you, James. Knock that shit off. Deb and Mike go to the police station since Deb's apparently friends with Dave. They tell him about the bodies they saw in those
pink cotton candy cocoons
and go all in on their crazy tale, saying the tent was a spaceship and that they were attacked by clowns. Mooney walks in and whistles the movie title,
Killer Clowns from outer space.
then dismisses Mike and Deb as crazy kids after recognizing Mike, not as Derek, son of Blaze, but as a friend of those crazy Terenti brothers. Dave's at least willing to check out their story, so they leave as Mooney heckles them.
Make a dummy out of yourself, but you're not gonna make a dummy out of me.
Later on that line will seem iconic. In the car, Mike discovers that Dave and Deb used to date. Maybe they broke up because Dave's so damn controlling, insisting on dropping Deb off home because clown chasing ain't no place for a proper lady. Mike tells her to stay safe at home and let the manly men handle the space clown. But don't worry, Deb, you're not missing much because when Mike takes Deb to the woods, the circus tent is gone and in its place is a giant crater. I'd say that warrants looking into, but Dave gets pissed and cuffs Mike with a second-degree charge of clowning around. Okay. Meanwhile, the clowns are having their own adventure about town. First, at a random Smoky Park gazebo, a town-headed guy comes across a puppet show. Although he's skeptical at first, the play's message about the hardships of unrequited love eventually wins him over. But then Spike unfolds from the booth and shoots him with his cotton candy ray gun, concluding the kids and giving a truly hideous laugh. That was actually kinda creepy. Not really, I wasn't scared. That might have been creepy if you're 3 years old and you're a baby. Rudy the Clown finds his way to a drugstore where he apes an animatronic and then follows a couple girls inside. The next time we see him, he's knocking shit over and those girls are Cocoon, giving us a twofer to add to the count. Now they're gonna be like, I can't believe you wore the same outfit as me. We're moving on. Elsewhere, a lady lounging with a wine glass opens the door and gives the weirdest reaction to a pizza delivery I've ever seen.
pizza.
It's a Trojan pizza though, since Shorty, my favorite clown, pops out with a gun and shoots her, turning her into a wine-flavored cotton candy sack. A similar gag is done with another lady who opens the door to Fatso the Clown giving her a box of chocolate. While she ain't looking, Fatso pulls out his gun and although we don't see him fire it, I think it's safe to put her on the list. Another scene like this gives us the most memorable kill of the movie, when Shorty rides his tricycle up to a gang of bikers. One of them steps forward and taunts the little clown, going so far as much as to smash his trike into a bunch of pieces. Shorty makes sad little noises and then jumps into the air and returns with an adorable pair of boxing gloves. As he preps himself for the fight, the biker gives him a great idea.
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
Damn is right, watch that body hit the floor. Damn is right, watch that body hit the floor. In the actual video, James sung the song. But I'm a loser, so I'm not gonna do that. As the bikers flee, Shorty also gives a horrifying clown laugh. On their way back to the police station, Dave and Mike pass by the top of the world looking all disheveled. Inside a cotton candy-filled truck, they find some glasses that Mike recognizes as belonging to a dude named Bob Agreed, seen in the beginning of the movie, and played by young Christopher Titus. And if you have a problem with me including him on the Larp count, don't blame me, blame Mike. At the police station, Mooney starts getting calls complaining about clowns. One of the calls is from Mr. Myers, the pharmacist, who's been having difficult customers in the form of Rudy. I'll add Myers to the count since we hear him scream over the phone then go silent. And cause Rudy wasn't about to pay for all those vitamins. Mooney just thinks this whole thing is some kind of crazy plot against him. Another clown scene shows a dude speeding up the road when a tall-ass clown named Slim pulls up next to him, but it looks like he's riding nothing at all. Slim starts ramming his invisible vehicle into the dude's car, then Slim slams him right off the road, sending his car crashing into a ditch. Slim watches as the car burns and punctuates the kill with one more creepy clown laugh. Back at home, where apparently women belong, Deb undresses to take a shower, but this movie is PG-13 kids, so don't expect to see little Debbie's mini muffins. That was a good joke, I kinda like that. We can all watch as these pieces of popcorn slide around the bathroom floor unnoticed though, as her hamper full of popcorn she didn't bother picking up off her clothes begin to shake while she's in the shower kinda. Meanwhile, behind a Big Top Burger, Jumbo the Clown is planting popcorn trees in the dumpster. Later, a Big Top Burger boy comes out and hears a noise inside, so he opens the lid to find no other than evil. He said evil in a more dramatic way. I'm just gonna say evil. This is the LARP count, not the interesting count.